Hi everybody, I'm Ricky Stockton with Stockton Farms, and I'm sure you're on this website wanting to know and find out about sod. So let me tell you a little bit about what we do and some of the things that make the quality of your sod. The situation with your sod, if you start out with sod that's not very good, it takes a lot of time and work and expense and even knowledge to get it to where it looks good. So the better product you start with, the better it's going to look for years to come. So if sod's handled right, it'll literally last a lifetime. As again, I said, I'm Ricky, and we're at Stockton Farms, and we're in western North Carolina. We're at 317 Stockton Lane in Canton. It's 28716. We're about 20 miles west of Asheville, and we're about 5 miles from Waynesville and about 5 miles from Canton. And as far as Interstate 40, we're probably about 5 or 6 miles from Interstate 40. So there's some things that make our sod unique. It's just natural resources that you really can't control or have anything to do with, and some basic things as far as where we are. We feel like why our sod is so good is, number one, the light intensity that we have here in the mountains. And we are in the mountains, and Cara, if you can scan or whatever, just the mountains to where we are, we're probably about an elevation about 2,800 feet. So we're in these rich, fertile river bottoms is where we are, is where we grow it at. So we have good fertile sod. The temperature stays cooler here, and the cooler temperature produces a more hardy, better root growth, a better mat, and all of that for you to start with. And the other thing is, here's the East Fork of the Pigeon River right over here, and this is where we irrigate our sod from, is out of the river. And there is nothing, this is literally trout waters here. It's as clean a water as you're going to find probably anywhere. There is nothing above us. There's no pollutants or anything else. So between the intensity, the quality of the ground that we use to grow in, and the light intensity, produces a good start with the sod. So if we just kind of walk around, I can tell you some things or whatever that about the sod. We grow. This is a cool season grass. It's bluegrass and fescue is what we grow, and we've come up with different cultivars that we use to produce the color of the sod that we have. So it takes about a year for us to grow the sod, and we still plow the ground here. This is the family farm. We still plow it like we did 50 years ago. So we plow, we get the ground ready, we seed it. Most of the time we seed it in the fall, is it, and we will be harvesting this crop over here next fall. So it takes about a year to grow it. Several advantages of growing sod versus overseed, and maybe your sod is more expensive, but I don't know if your seed doesn't take good. And we use certified seed here, and if it doesn't take good, you got to reseed, and the dogs running through it, the kids are wanting to play in the grass, and this and that. I don't know if you're just not better off to go ahead and put your sod down. It's curb appeal, it's instant. It'll improve the value of your home. It stops the erosion, the wind. Your house is going to stay cooler around it. So there's just lots of advantages to putting sod down. And above all, and it's nice. It's just the aesthetic value that you get with a nice lawn. And you know, people that got sod from us 5 years ago, so they can still see the difference between the sod they got here and their neighbors or whatever else. Just the quality of what they started with. So we're here on the farm, and we're coming up here now to the harvester, and I just want to give you a demonstration here of the way we harvest and the size and how it's stacked in the pallets or whatever. Then after